What is up, Jags fans? Here we are, man. Woo! We are like a few days out from the draft, and this is it, man. This is absolutely it. We basically have just come down to just needing what we're going to have here. Like, is it D-end? Is it corner? Is it O-line? We don't know. I'd love to get your thoughts. This show tonight, I didn't really have a lot to plan for, right? What I want to get from you guys is I want to get some prospects that you want to see. I want to kind of just look at their measurables, a little bit of film, maybe just enough film not to keep us out of YouTube jail. We'll see. If the stream ends up getting shut down, whatever. We had a good run, right? Before we get into that, though, make sure to follow the Twitter and the Instagram, whatever order that's in there. This is my own personal Twitter here, not the show Twitter. You might be thinking, usually you have the show Twitter on there, not your personal Twitter. Here's why. Tomorrow morning will be the first episode of my new show on my new channel where we talk about sports, politics, and culture. So the link is in the description of this show. Go in there, go ahead and subscribe to that channel. It's called the Trent Show. It's going to be exactly like this, but instead of just talking about the Jags, we're going to talk about all things sports, all things politics, because of you guys that don't know, I'm a political scientist, but I'll flirt the moderate line, boys. Don't worry. And then culture, for whatever pop culture stuff I can act like I pay attention to, man. I love Gordon Ramsay and things like that, but we're going to be launching it. First episode is tomorrow morning. So make sure to subscribe to that show and that channel. If you don't like politics and you're like, let's keep sports and politics separate, that's fine. Stay on this channel, all good. If you do like politics, like myself, or you think, you know what, I'm an adult, I probably need to pay attention to politics, then go watch the channel. I break things down politically the same way I do football. So I think you'll like it. I may be even able to get you to like politics. If you don't. So give it a shot. Tomorrow, first episode is launching. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. All right, to the draft, right? This is a fan show. This is your first time watching this show, Jaguars United show. It's a fan show. So get into the comments, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, let me know what you think. Robert Atzert, first one in the chat. Robert Atzert's been pumped about the draft for a while. I've been seeing him on Twitter, all active, talking about the draft picks he wants. Matthew McCray is second. C Breacher is a channel member, says, yo. What up, C Breacher? Matthew McCray says, let's go. Raiden says, hello. Pokey's on Twitch. Matthew McCray says, pre-draft, let's go, Jason, draft week. All right, Shay, good point. So we got to talk about what we're going to do for the draft here, for those of us that live in Jacksonville, all right? I'm a beach guy myself, right? So I'm probably going to stay at the beach. I'm not off work on Friday, but I'm going to go in late. So I kind of have some liberty to kind of do whatever I want, right? So last year we went to Phillies. I think this year we're going to do Monkeys, right? So if you're familiar with Jacksonville, you're familiar with the area, we're going to go to Monkey's Uncle. I think that's where we're going to watch it. It just kind of seems like a nice centralized spot for a lot of people. So if you're in the Jacksonville area, Monkey's Uncle, it's out at the beach. We're going to be just hanging out. They got pool, golden tea, food, drinks. That's where we'll be. So if you're awake Thursday night and you can afford to get away for a little bit, that's where we'll be. Hopefully the Jags don't trade out. I mean, hopefully they do, but for the sake of wanting to watch it, maybe we don't. Matthew McCray says, draft season equals the best part of the off season. Yes, it does, Matthew. BT says, draft week is finally here. Who dat says, Duval. C Breacher says, dude, you're so right on Will McDonald. They played him at the wrong position in college. The dude's going to be a killer edge in the NFL, and he showed that at the Senior Bowl. I have not gotten off the Will McDonald train. That's who I want. I'm not going to beat that dead horse any further. If you guys want to see some film on him, I don't mind pulling it up. But that's who I think will be the best player around the picks that we're going to pick. I do think Brian Branch will be good. I don't think he'll be there. I do think that some of these other guys will be good. We'll take a look at the mock draft here in a second from PFF, Steve Monson and Steve Palazzolo, who I like both those guys. You guys know me. I like PFF. A lot of the people that we want aren't going to be there according to them. Fat Boy Shot says, if Branch and Nolan Smith are available, what do you say? I say Branch easy. Both would be good picks. But again, I just don't think either one will be there. Now, would I take them over? I think all Branch, Nolan Smith, and I think Will McDonald will all have equally productive NFL careers. So I'd be cool with any of those guys. I just don't think that 2 of those 3 will be there. If Van Ness slips, do you take him? I've seen a lot of good things about Van Ness. I haven't watched this film. The mock draft we're going to look at, he's gone. Just for an FYI. I want Branch, end of story, says Matthew McCrae. If Kirk was in slot, Branch isn't keeping up. That's a good point there, Matt. Raiden says, I wanted Branch, too. I also want Washington, the tight end from Georgia. Yeah. I mean, he might be in there in the second round. The Great Mistake Bozo says, yippee! Tight end, wide receiver, round 2. Seabreaker said, just followed your Twitter. You're going to talk about the Bud Light stuff? I will on the other channel. Yeah, for sure. I mean, my friends in my group chat are having a field day with Bud Light stuff, for sure. I would love to see Josh Downs. Leave a like, everyone, says Raiden. Where's your like, Raiden? Raiden has a Twitch channel. It's Pokey443, so you can just search that up. I don't know if you're on YouTube or not. You could probably click on Raiden's name and see, but I do know Raiden's on Twitch, always playing, is it Metal Gear Solid? Freaking obsessed over there. Callie, I'm also on Twitch. That links. I just am on my computer all the time, if you can't tell. I like to read, play games, watch film. I need to be more social. Come to Monkeys. Help me be social. Callie Jag says, you think they're going to make a run for a veteran pass rusher after the draft? I mean, I'm hearing Ngakoue. I'm hearing Jadeveon Clowney. Is Clark still out there? Let's take a look at this mock draft here. And I kind of want to pull up my pin here, so just for drawing purposes, if I can find it. All right, here we go. All right, so this is, you guys know me. I like PFF. I really do like Steve Palazzolo. So let's take a look at what happens here. All right, so according to them, they have Carolina Panthers taking Bryce Young number 1. I think that's kind of where everyone thinks that we're going with it. I think he's the betting favorite. I'm hearing some cheering in my background TV from the Rays-Astros game, and they were down by a lot. So let me just check and make sure that nothing crazy is happening real quick here. No. Okay, nothing's crazy happening. We're still down 5-0. All right, Panthers, Bryce Young. I think everyone kind of expects that to happen. Houston Texans, the Will Levis stuff that's come out of nowhere. That's crazy. Like, until when? 2 days ago? Maybe yesterday even? Will Levis wasn't even talked about being the second pick. We're talking about Anthony Richardson maybe being the second pick, and now we're seeing Will Levis is like the betting favorite. So I'm telling you, it comes down to the best player there. I would be happy if the Texans took Will Levis because I don't think he's going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. I mean, I think he'll be good. I just don't think he'll be like the second overall pick good. And when the Texans are picking second overall, you don't want them to get somebody good. If you're following my logic here, maybe I should be using the word like outstanding or like Pro Bowl. Maybe that make my point a little bit better. Arizona Cardinals taking Tyree Wilson, another pick that kind of didn't really see till recently. So I don't really know how I feel about Tyree Wilson. Like, was I just blind and missing the Tyree Wilson love like until recently? But like, did not see that coming. The Colts taking C.J. Stroud. I think that's a steal for the Colts. I mean, everything I've been seeing about the Colts is them taking Anthony Richardson. So, the Colts and the Texans are probably going to have a new quarterback. So, I mean, if the Seahawks can get Will Anderson at the 5th pick, that's a steal. Because I know a lot of people have Will Anderson as like the best player in this draft. So that would be a big-time steal. The Lions, who don't need anyone else because they're already good, Devin Witherspoon from Illinois. Again, I just don't know if that's going to pan out. Christian Gonzalez, I mean, these corners are just like, I'm always weary of taking corners this high, for sure. C. Reacher says, you try X Defiant. I haven't, if that's a game. I've been playing Galactic Rock something the last couple of days. Check out my Twitch. Seedon Sesko, the best soccer official in the world. Absolutely. What's up, Seedon? Hopefully we see you again. Me and Seedon have had some run-ins lately. Unfortunately, they haven't been my best moments. My teams have been a little undermanned. I'm coaching this soccer team. It's a long story, but my soccer coach quit on me a month before the season started. So instead of like finding another soccer coach, I was like, I'll just do it. My girls' soccer coach quit because she got a good job, a good job, and I can't blame her for leaving. But my guys' soccer coach was in love with my girls' soccer coach. So when my girls' soccer coach left, my guys' soccer coach also left. So I lost 2 soccer coaches in like the same day, a month before the season, and Seaton's having to see the implosion that has caused. But we will rally. We will rally because we are going to use analytics. We're going to break it down, and we're gonna rally by the end of the season. Robert Asher says, if Wright falls, you have to take him over Torrance if they go O-line. All right, so who cares about these guys? Jalen Carter going 9th pretty late, but they had the car incident. Peter Skronsky, who I think was my favorite prospects in this draft, going 10th to the Eagles, which sucks. All these good teams are getting good players. Tennessee Titans getting Anthony Richardson. Okay, so now we're looking at 3 division rivals all getting new quarterbacks. Texans getting Will Levis, Colts getting C.J. Stroud, and the Titans getting Anthony Richardson. So we potentially could be facing 3 rookie quarterbacks this year. That is absolutely insane. Texans getting a 2nd pick via Cleveland, taking J.S.N., Jackson Smith, and Jigba from Ohio State. So now all of a sudden you're looking at a Houston Texans offense if this draft goes chalk the way that they're saying. Now we're looking at the Houston Texans having a quarterback in Will Levis potentially, and then now having Jackson Smith and Jigba to also match up with John Mechie III, who they took in the past. And now the Texans offense is kind of looking like it could be good in the next couple of years. Moving right along. I know a lot of people like Deonte Banks. I like Deonte Banks' like athleticism, but he's going 14th, so according to this, he'd be gone. Nolan Smith, we all like his athleticism. 15th, Green Bay Packers, he's also gone. Broderick Jones, a guy who has shot up the boards. Joey Porter Jr., that's a guy a lot of people like. According to this, he's also gone. Miles Murphy, a guy that everyone loves, the 6'5", 275-pounder, who is, I love this, is this year's version of Travon Walker. Why would we draft a guy that is this year's version of Travon Walker when we have Travon Walker? So I think Miles Murphy's out. I don't want a powerful guy that can play inside and outside. I need a speed rusher that can get sacks, in my honest opinion. Dalton Kincaid going early. That's surprising to me. Quentin Johnson, another guy a lot of the Jags fans likes, gone. Lucas Van Ness, a lot of guys that the Jags fans like, gone to the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, so again, according to this draft, it's not looking like we're going to get any of these guys that you guys have said you've wanted. But it does come down to Brian Branch, who I think has now become just like a surefire lock to go to Jacksonville for some reason. Again, called the safest pick in the draft. I like Brian Branch a lot. I could probably argue successfully that an edge rusher is probably going to help this team more than a defensive back. But can you get a quality edge rusher at the level you can get Brian Branch, I guess would be the question, because the Jags are going to play that 5 defensive back set like 65% of the snaps. We saw them do that last year. So that's essentially a starter at that defensive back role. So the problem is, as someone brought up in the chat earlier, like, is Brian Branch going to be able to cover these slot guys that are insanely fast? Now, do you move Tyson Campbell? Like, let's say, okay, essentially it's going to get to the point, because it always does, of the year where Jags fans are like, Tyson Campbell should be following around the best receiver on the team, okay? And maybe that's fair, right? Maybe he should be following around the best receiver on the other team. But if the best receiver on the other team is playing in the slot and Tyson Campbell plays in the slot, can Brian Branch then move outside and play outside corner? Or do you leave Brian Branch on the bench and you bring in Trey Herndon to play outside corner? So now you're creating some questions with this pick where, again, great player. I just don't know if he solves any of your problems when you actually play a good team that has the versatility to move their best receiver into the slot, is my only question. So would love to get your thoughts there. Who should we draft and why should it be Osiris Torrance? Volkfang channel member says, what's up, fellas? Volkfang says, I like the second-round edge more than the second-round corners. Okay, that's fair. Fat Boy Shad, wow, Mayer's still on the board. Yeah, so they have Michael Mayer going 26 to Dallas, which with losing Dalton Schultz would be great for the Cowboys, but I think Michael Mayer is better than Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid plays more of that like slot receiver that you'd want, I guess, if you need a slot receiver like an Evan Ingram. But if you have an Evan Ingram, you need a guy. I mean, Michael Mayer would like play a lot. I mean, we think about what did Manhurts play, like 500-600 snaps last year. Michael Mayer is a major upgrade over Chris Manhurts, and that's 500-600 snaps that you are now getting from a huge upgrade there. So I would be okay with Michael Mayer as well. I'd be fine with Mayer. I'd be fine with Branch. I know a lot of people are big on Darnell Wright. I don't know much about. It's hard. I haven't really evaluated a lot of these like offensive linemen yet. Now, if they become I always do. Those of you that have been around here for a while know that I do like film breakdowns on all the players the Jags draft. I also do some like film breakdowns on some other players that the AFC South teams draft. So we'll see. Maybe we'll end up watching some of this film after all. After it says Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith is still on the team. You are right. Jordan Smith is still on the team. Yes. But he hasn't proven he can stay healthy. Volkfang says, also give me Zach Kuntz at 88. The only reason he is down on the board is an undisclosed injury in 2022. He was good at Old Dominion in 2021. We talked about Zach Kuntz a little bit on the last couple episodes for sure. Who are you taking with the Jags pick in this mock, if not Branch? Great question, Shay. We all know the answer to that. We all know I'm taking Will McDonald. I'm in love with Will McDonald. I just maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misevaluating him, but I just feel like he's going to be one of the best players in this draft. Like, we need pass rush. We need a D-end that can get after the quarterback and can get sacks. I don't want a guy who could potentially do it. I don't want a guy that's going to create pressures. I don't want a guy that's going to wreak havoc in the backfield or be chaotic, or my favorite word, be disruptive in the back. I need a guy that can get the quarterback on the ground. That's what I need, okay? That's what I need. And Will McDonald does it better than anybody in this first round. Okay, let's read this. Will McDonald will be one of the more interesting defensive line prospects in the class because his tape is almost all at a position that he won't play in the NFL. He was frequently a 4-5 technique, meaning that he played like inside of the tackle, maybe outside shoulder of the guard. In Iowa State's defense at 236 pounds. McDonald is at his best in space off of the edge where he can speed rush. He earned an 84.1 pass rushing grade in 2022 and an 85.3 mark in 2021. The dude is insane. He led the college football in sacks in 2021. He's insane. He gets sacks. He's been called a sack artist. He's been called creative getting off of blocks. He's been a speed rusher. He's who I want. He's who I want. To answer your question, Shay, he's going to fall to a team like the Saints, because of his size. At 236, people are like, oh, that's K'Lavon Chaisson. It's not. It's not. Or, oh, he's in the Big 12. Big 12 never sends out edge rushers. Okay, cool. And Kentucky never sends out quarterbacks, but Will Levis is going number 2. I'm fired up today, boys. Ben Haney says keep Anthony Richardson out of the AFC South. I'm cool with that. I don't want to face him. He's one of those annoying quarterbacks that like runs for 100 and throws for 100. I hate quarterbacks like that. The Blake Bortles special. Mayer is baby Gronk, says Robert Atzert. Volkfang, if not Branch, I would take DeJuan Jones, who is my offensive tackle number 4, or edge, but not sure who's left on the board at this point. Can we do a quick 3-round draft mock sim? Yes, we can. I'm picking this time. I gave you guys a show already. 3 rounds? Let's go 5 rounds. Let's go 7 rounds. I know y'all don't care about this. Will McDonald has TJ Watt potential. I agree. Sounds great, but is he a sack guru? Stop it, Shay. Stop it. I'm going fast here, boys. I'm not going to waste your time here. Will McDonald. Don't care what y'all think. You do have to pay for 7 rounds. Ben Haney. Guess who pays for PFF? You think I'm going to sit here and beat the PFF drum as much as I do if I don't pay for PFF? Come on. DJ Turner. Is that who y'all like there? Let's take Stevenson. Yeah, we should have done 3 rounds. I don't like any of these guys. You know what? We're going double corner, dude. Don't care. There's so many corners on the board. This is insane. Anthony. Oh. We'll go Kobe Turner here. Don't judge me, boys. Do not judge me. I'm going quick. Jared Clark doesn't give me good grade. I know that. Trey Dean. We need an offensive lineman. We're taking best player available. I mean, let's take this dude. Totally uninformed. It's all the same people here. A lot of Gators in the 6th round. Sorry, Sat Guru. It's all like the same people. C-Rod. All right, let's take a look. I think the Jags to draft. This is just quick. We're just going quick here. Will McDonald, Tyreek Stevenson. Yeah, let's do it, dude. Look at this. A-, boys. A-. Thank you, PFF. That's an A- grade. We're downloading that image for sure. Putting that on Twitter. And I'll say something like, if I was GM. And then people on Twitter are going to be like, you're an idiot. All right, so let's see what happened in the mock here. Anthony Richardson went 2. That's not going to happen. I mean, everything else is pretty much the same. Michael Mayer went before us, though. So we passed on Branch, Osiris Torrance, Breeze, DeJuan Jones. The board did not fall in your favor this mock. Sea Reacher, you know that I wanted Will McDonald, so it does not matter. If you pick the first guy every time PFF gives you, I know, but I didn't pick the first guy every time. Sea Reacher, I picked who I wanted. Okay? A-. So yeah. I mean, we'll see. All right, so this is what I want to get from you guys. All right, I want to get, who do you guys want in the later rounds? And you may have already told me. We've talked the, let's keep it a buck. Trent is drafting Brian Breezy. Alana's dad, I think you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Got to have an injury at some point in his career, a serious one. Got to be, if we had some legal problems, that would help. If they play a different position, that would help. Yeah, for sure. That'd be a Trent Baalke special. All right, I want to get some guys. Who do you guys want in the later rounds? Like, we've talked the first round to death. We really have. Like, who are some guys that you guys are eyeing in the later rounds? Then, we'll see. Jordan Battle, 3rd round. All right, we'll look him up for sure. Steve Boston donated $5 through Super Chat. Thank you, Steve. No tight end? I doubt we draft a running back. Not a McDonald fan, obviously. All right, so I did leave out tight. No, didn't I draft a tight end or did I not? No, I didn't. Okay, so maybe I should have drafted a tight end. Sam Laporta was there in the second round instead of Tyreek Stevenson. I don't know. Here's my problem, and I'll look up Jordan Battle here in a second and see. But here's my problem with tight end. Like, Manhurts played 500 snaps. Like, and although he played 500 snaps, he wasn't really like that meaningful of a player. He was kind of a blocker, kind of leaked out on some plays. I think you could go in free agency and get a guy and do that. Like, draft a guy, like draft for the future, and maybe they can identify a tight end that they like, and they probably will. I mean, my last couple picks here: Lonnie Phelps, edge from Kansas; Chris Rodriguez, halfback from Kentucky. You get a tight end there, but yeah. UCF Steve Boston, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. And you're saying not a McDonald fan, honestly. I'd love to hear, like, why not, Steve? Like, what is it that you don't like about him? Is it because he's small? Because he produced sacks, which is what I'm looking for. UCF Jaguar in the chat says, all right, let's get UCF Jaguar. What is up, my guy? I feel like we haven't talked in a while, but it's been like 2 weeks since we've talked, so it hasn't been that long. Appreciate it, you being here, UCF. Ben Haney, Antonio Johnson if we don't get Brian Branch. Ron Beecher said, hey, homie. What up, Ron? All right, so Robert Atzert wants to take, or Steve Breacher wants to take a look at Jordan Battle. And this is where, so we've gone 30 minutes, so if we get shut down by YouTube, we had a good run, okay? All right, Jordan Battle, let's take a look here. I'm going to have to hide the chat box just so that we can all see. 22 years old, 6'1". Let's see his prospect profile. Senior, 6'1", 209. Good backup with potential to develop into a starter. Again, I don't care too much about that. A 4.5 40. Fort Lauderdale native and top 100 recruit. Committed to play for Urban Meyer, but flipped to Alabama after Meyer left for Columbus. Okay, I like that. Battle was third-team All-American, first-team All-Conference pick after logging 71 tackles, 1 interceptions. Strengths: versatility to cover the slot and support versus the run in the box. Pursues ball carriers. Cared not to get trapped inside. All right, let's take a look at some film here. Jordan Battle highlights. Top safety in college football. Again, boys, this is where we might get a little in trouble with YouTube. And honestly, just to let you guys know, if it does get shut down, I'm trying not to, but if it does, I'm just going to go on Twitch and just do something else. So make sure you're subscribed there. All right, let's take a look. Okay. I mean, he's not very active here. Like that, like watch when they circle him. Like he's not very active. I mean, does he know this play is going to be thrown short? Maybe he read the quarterback's eyes. I mean, it worked out. Okay. The double armbands. Okay. Mute, soundless chance getting caught. Good call, Robert. And you get someone like Laporta or Shoemaker who are in the inline tight ends that can block. Okay. He's a better Jenkins. But you have to play Jenkins is the problem because Rayshon Jenkins just got extended. Cody Jackson says, Duval. What up, Cody? Shoemaker in Michigan, tight end Michigan, 5th round. My edge rankings are 1 Wilson, 2 Anderson, 3 Smith, 4 Will McDonald, 5 Van Ness. So Will McDonald be better than that edge rusher from Oregon the Giants drafted last year, Kayvon Thibodeau? They're different though. Kayvon Thibodeau is like a big, strong, athletic guy. Will McDonald's like a speed dude. Like he's gonna replace Arden Key. Like Kayvon Thibodeau would be like what Trevon Walker is supposed to be. Will McDonald is like what Arden Key was. Steve Boston, another $5. Steve, thank you. I like Breeze's versatility. And Fatukasi might not be here next year. And Will McDonald being small might not end well. Like Chazon being small. What's the problem with Breeze? Did he have like legal problems or something like that? But what was his issue? Brian Breezy. I'm gonna say draft issues. Can y'all see this? Brian Breeze, raw athletic score of 9.6, arm length 32, height 6'5", 298. That's big. 22 times on the bench press. Can you imagine benching 225 22 times? I can bench 225, and I'm not just saying this because I'm live, but I can bench 225 like probably a solid 6 or 7 times, and that's it. Like at 7, I'm probably getting a little help from my spot. You know, can you imagine doing that 22 times? Now I'm not 6'5", 300 pounds, but still. Like, I talked about this on the last show. Like, people are like, oh, that dude sucks. Can you imagine telling a dude that's 6'5 and a half, 300 pounds, and benches 225 22 times that he sucks? He doesn't suck. He does not suck. That I can tell you. I mean, look at his, like, elite composite speed grades. 4.86 40 for someone that's that big. I mean, that's awesome. 9 sacks. I mean, that's what I listen. I talked about wanting sacks. Let's take a look at this here. Let's see if this will work. Was that Breeze making the tackle? I don't see him doing anything. Is this just the game? Just all the defensive snaps? Okay, that's stupid. Excellent blended size. Okay. All right. Kuntz probably needs a bit of work blocking, but he's willing and better than you would think for someone 6'7", 255. That is theoretically a great move, tight end. I will stand on all of the tables. His sister died of cancer. Oh, dude, that's sad. Holy moly. Can't imagine. Ron says, tell him, Wolf. Steve, he got hurt in 21 and his sister passing during the 22 season. That's so sad, dude. I can't imagine losing a sibling. Duval TV says, Duval, wouldn't this technically be a reaction video? Not sure why YouTube would flag you. Ben, I don't know. I think they just like run their algorithm, and like if they're sensing that YouTube videos are being played, then they'll just like shut it down. And they don't like shut down the channel. They just like stop the stream. So whatever. I this isn't my full-time job. So look up highlights, dummy. On who? Oh, on Breezy. Fine. If you're gonna yell at me. What's happening here? What did I just do? What a diverse group of hikers. What a very clean vehicle. I mean, this vehicle has clearly never seen the off-road until today. I do kind of like that car, though. I'm not going to lie. Is that the Land Rover? Now, if the front windows were tinted, I think I'd be like, I like that white on black sleek look. Tires are obviously really boring. Not sure what's going on here with this like tire back here. Like, I don't know. Let's just skip that ad and not even worry about it. He's definitely 300 pounds. Every bit of 300 pounds. That was just bad blocking. Again, I'm not saying he's bad, but that was poor blocking right there. All right, let's see another play here, buddy. Quick jump. Double teamed. Okay. I'd like to see that one again. I think I was looking at the wrong player. Okay. Okay. So you're saying he's going to play that interior D line, the Fatu Kasi role? Okay. I can see that. I can see that. I mean, does a good job disengaging blocks, quick jump of the snap. Can't move a guy that big. Checking in, fam. Big Duval again. What up, Duval TV? No more Project DNs after a winning season with our first pick. Yeah, but sometimes you get locked into project guys when you're picking late in the first round. Is the only problem. That's all I'm going to say there. A lot of players rose their stock over Breeze in recent months as well. That's why him and Murphy are falling in mocks. Seed Reacher says, I know he's 300 pounds, but he looks slow. He did look a tad slow there. But, I mean, we looked at his raw athletic score, and he was fast in all of for his position. So he's good. He's good at stunts for his size. Look, I mean, he definitely is like going to be a guy that's picked right around that pick. I like the size. I like the versatility of him playing along the defensive line. I mean, most of the stuff I was looking at had him. He can play 3 tech and 5 tech. Yeah, I mean, so right now, like you said, Fatu Kasi's there. Roy Robertson Harris just got restructured to basically an extension. So that's probably not going to change too much there with Roy Robertson Harris. I just kind of feel like him and Roy Robertson Harris kind of play the same position. I know you're saying he could play that 3 tech with Fatu Kasi, but a 3 tech is a guy that's just going to eat in the NFL, and our defense is going to be a guy who just like anchors the point of attack and takes on the double team and just doesn't get moved. And like, I don't know if I want to spend a first round pick on that. Now, if you're thinking for the future and like the replacement for Roy Robertson Harris, then maybe. But for a team that needs to win now, we need a guy who can get around the ball more. And maybe it's not fair. I mean, maybe someone that can like help against the run is someone who can be around the ball. You know, maybe I'm off here, but I think they've kind of tied up their resources there with Fatu Kasi, and I don't know. We'll see. They better resign Devon Hamilton. I mean, I like Hamilton. Van Ness has a sick motive for his size, and mocks have him slipping to 24 once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's look at Van Ness. I mean, sweet haircut, dude. I don't know. 4.5 40 is pretty good. Look, I mean, this is the mock draft has him going 14th overall. The NFL mock draft. Teams most drafted by per PFF mock simulator, Patriots. He does seem like a Patriots player, doesn't he? That's hilarious. Nicknamed Hercules by teammates. That's a good sign. Prototypical frame. All right, watch the tape. All right, fine. The offensive juggernaut Nevada couldn't block him. Again, I'm not going to hold that against him. You can only play against who you are lined up against. Great stunt there. Speed this up here. Okay, takes down Stroud when Stroud was trying to scramble down 16. Blows up that dude. Absolutely blows up that dude. Oof. When you have your worst player at right guard, that's having your worst player at right guard right there. Hercules. Unblocked. I thought he was in coverage there. Oof. I like him. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I know. I saw that, Sea Breacher, that he didn't even start. But I think they were saying, like, Kirk Ferentz had this weird, like, rotation where he would put him in intentionally, not start him so that he'd have a fresher motor. Something like that. Van Ness never started a game. He played 6% snaps. Yeah. I'm okay with the non-starting thing. I don't know. I mean, it's just, is he going to get sacks? Like, I need a speed guy. Like, and here's my thinking. And again, maybe I'm off. But, like, Travon Walker, Josh Allen, and let's even rope in guys like Roy Robertson Harris. Let's rope in guys like Fatu Kasi. They're just going to, like, hit you at the point of attack. And you're going to have to just, like, bear down. And you're going to have to just dig your feet in. And you're going to have to block these guys from pushing you back. If you know that's going to happen every single rep, then, like, you can kind of prepare for that and scheme around it. Right now, the Jags have nobody who gives you the fear of the speed rush. Now, you can throw out names like Kalavon Chazon and Jordan Smith if you'd like. But in reality, both of those guys don't strike fear in opponents to have to block the edge from speed. We just don't have that on the roster. Now, can you find that in the second round, third round? Maybe. But we don't have it right now. And I think having a guy like Will McDonald who can threaten the offensive line with speed actually opens up the game for Travon Walker and Josh Allen more. Because now your tackles are having to kick step out further. They're going to have to overstep and allow these guys that can take these straight lines with power to be more disruptive. So I think getting a guy with speed like Will McDonald actually helps the guys you have on the roster now. So, yeah, like Lucas Van Ness maybe helps you a little bit because you're adding Lucas Van Ness to the defense. But if you add Will McDonald to the defense, you're helping Josh Allen and Travon Walker, who have exponentially more draft capital invested into them, is my only point. Can we watch Will McDonald's Senior Bowl highlights? I'd love to. Thought you'd never ask. Number 9, if you can't tell. Is that Osiris Torrance? No, it's not Osiris Torrance. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, this dude gets sacks. Okay, that wasn't great. Quick spin move. Don't think he necessarily won that rep, but it was a quick spin move. That spin move's dirty. See, Stop it. Do not bring Kalavon into this. See, that's what we need right there. If that's right there is what we need. What you just saw right here. This is speed. That's too fast. He's too fast. Adintimawa Adamore from Northwestern might be what you're looking for in the second round. Van Ness can replace Josh if they decided to move on from Josh. Okay. Solid point there, Robert. I am kind of like banking on the fact that they're going to re-sign Josh Allen. But maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. All right, I think it's going to wrap it up for me. Great show tonight. Listen, not much to talk about. We're going to talk way more this week. Our Friday show is going to be epic because we're going to be talking about the Jags. We'll probably do a live show while the draft's going on Friday, so we'll be able to react to the second round picks and third round picks and all of those things. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Had a lot of fun tonight hanging out. Thank you to the channel members that were here. Steve Boston, thank you for the $10, man. $10 in the super chat. You're the best. I love it. I appreciate it. Shay, Sea Breacher, Volk Fang, all the other channel members. Who else do we have in here? Sea Breacher, I said you already. You guys are awesome, and I love that you're here and that you are channel members. Thank you, Volkfang. Thank you. We'll be here on Friday. Make sure to subscribe to the other channel. Oh wait, I gotta let this one ride out. Duval TV comes in with a bomb. Hold on, don't leave yet, boys. Don't leave yet. We gotta wait for this to happen. Hold on. Wait for it. It's coming. Duval TV says, put Matt Jones' jersey back up, and we win the Super Bowl. Where did that? So if you guys remember when Joey was on here, we had Matt Jones. That was his jersey. So he donated to the program. We actually changed the background. I don't know if you noticed. We have the cactus in the background and the guitars. There it is. Duval TV, $20 through Super Chat. Duval TV, thank you. You're the best, man. Thank you for the $20. I'll tell you, say good night. Yeah. Hey, Duval TV, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was awesome. Great way to end it on that one. I'll be here Friday, Duval TV. Check out Duval TV, his stuff. Click on his name, subscribe to it, all that stuff. Make sure to subscribe to my other channel, the J Trent Show. The cactus sucks. I got this cactus. You know what? All right. You wouldn't say that Will McDonald sucks to his face. Look at this thing, dude. You're telling me this cactus sucks? Excuse me? This desert gym? Wow. Duval TV, thank you. I appreciate it. Ron Beedry, it's messed up, bro.